Hello and welcome. Today is the second set of goals that we are setting this week in our beautiful notebooks. This is our relationship with others. Let's start with just clearing our mind and creating space for the best ideas to flow. Sitting up nice and tall, spine long, shoulders relaxed, heart open, eyes closed, gazing slightly upwards under closed eyelids. Breathing deeply in and out of your nose so that your throat is expanded. Notice the entire lungs and rib cage filling with air and expanding in all directions, and relaxing back in as you exhale. As you inhale, imagine that you're filling up that space, especially the heart center, with all sorts of love and energy. And as you exhale, you're sending that love and energy out to those in your world who you want to continue to develop deeper relationships with. Inhale, breathe in their love. Exhale, send love back. You can slowly open your eyes. There's different types of relationships with other. Yesterday we worked on the relationship with self. That's why we can do other today. And that could be an entire family. That could be very specifically with your romantic partner, with your kids, with friends, with coworkers. So the first step is figuring out which of those categories you want to continue to cultivate and develop. And I did relationship with other in terms of a romantic partner because I would like one. And then I did relationship with friends and social life because I just moved to a new area and would like to develop friendships here. I'm happy in the other areas of my life, so those didn't need to go into the book. So you've got a couple areas there. And this one can be a little bit interesting because you can't force anyone to be your friend or fall in love with you. There might be all sorts of things that you can learn and you can change in yourself so that you can create a more inviting space for people to go into. And then, of course, you need to make sure that you don't just hide in your home all the time, but you actually get out in places where you can meet people and they can meet you. And the question here is, what are you willing to do and what do you intuitively feel drawn to do? At first, with the steps of having a relationship with another man, a romantic partner, I didn't write any clear steps because I've done a lot of training in the past on relationships, a lot of personal development. And so I didn't feel like that was the thing I needed to do. I don't really enjoy doing online dating, so that couldn't go in there. And then what I thought of exploring was writing a statement like this: my heart is fully open to connecting with my life partner in a natural, organic way right now. So I thought in this book, not just create goals of I'm going to spend, an hour a week on a dating site and I'm going to have 2 dates a week scheduled, but also making statements as to what you are ready for and open to right now. Because we can't always control what comes in, but really state what you're feeling inside and the presence that you are standing in. Another interesting piece that I wanted to mention about our relationship with others is that we often get caught up in the external parts of our interactions. Maybe some of you have heard me talk about Anita Moorjani, who wrote the book Dying to Be Me. She was nearly dead with cancer and in a coma. While she was in a coma, some may also say that she had a near-death experience where she could see herself as separate from her body. She could feel this great sensation that many of us might call unconditional divine love. She could see time existing all at once in past, present, and future. She could see all sorts of places at once as well. But the other thing that she noticed was her relationship with people was different. And in that space, she encountered her father, who had passed away a number of years in the past. But when he passed away, she felt as if their relationship was still in conflict. Yet upon meeting him in that space, there was complete forgetfulness of any conflict. There was just absolute love and connection. I think that our human side sometimes creates these stories about our relationship, but our souls tend to stay in a pure, loving state. And when we connect with others, if we tune in more deeply at the soul level, then we can find both more peace, harmony, and connection with the other person. So for today's visualization, I thought I would do an exercise to help you tap into that. Sitting up nice and tall again. Make sure that your heart is really open and close your eyes so that you're not distracted by sight. And then just imagine this beautiful energy or light is flooding in from the universe through the crown of your head into your body. And then project that light and that energy out of your heart. Just take a couple breaths as you inhale, drawing in that light, and as you exhale, breathing that light outwards. And in that space that you opened up with your heart, then invite the soul of one of the people whom you would like to connect with into the presence and into the space with you. And use this as a visualization. If there's nothing happening for you, then use your mind to imagine this happening. If you can go beyond the mind and just sit with openness, then you may see some interesting things as well. Trying to stay open without the judgment of our mind. You can start to have a conversation inside your head with that person, just silently or through the heart. Maybe there's specific words that you put to it, maybe not. You can ask them a question. Maybe if there's been conflict, ask them what's the best way to resolve it. Ask them what they're truly feeling or wanting. You can ask them what's the best thing to do to deepen your relationship, to make it the best that it can be. Once you've asked the question, then sit in silence and listen, with ears open rather than mind open. The depth and truth of their being, the lightest place in them. What does that part of them say? If you already know some of your specific goals for relationships, plug that question in there. What's the best way to achieve that goal? Feel free to sit with this visualization for as long as you would like. And then make sure when you're done that you do two things. You write a very specific goal in your book of when you are going to do what by, or what you want by when. Exact dates, exact amount of time, or exact number of actions. And then also take the time to journal and describe the visualization or what you want that relationship to be like and how you want to be in that relationship, as that is the part you can control the most. Tomorrow, let's dive into goals with wealth, with our money, financial abundance. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at noon tomorrow. Also, if you would like to stay online, and I'll post on my page in just a moment the link to Chris Burns' Facebook Live feed, but I'll be in a Facebook Live at 1 o'clock, and it's called Manage Your Flow to Success. So I'm combining all of my experience being the program manager at Microsoft and fitness director and sales and marketing director for the book publishing and the business coaching with everything that I've been learning from doing the interviews for my book Healing Happens with all the health and healing experts, and what has made people most successful in that realm and how to apply it to other realms, especially for entrepreneurs or any other goals that you have in life. So I'll see you at 1 o'clock or at noon tomorrow. Blessings and bye-bye.